Did you guys hear Gunna's song? It dropped last Thursday. Did you guys hear it? It's called Bread and Butter.
Yeah,
I haven't heard it, but yes, I heard it.
Yeah, you tapped me into that, and like I enjoy that song.
Yeah,
and Atlanta might not fuck with it. I do, man. Like you know what I mean and stuff and everything. I thought that was a hard song. I felt Gunna. Like, I don't know, like, you know what I mean, and stuff, everything, all the details of the situation. I believe there's three sides to every story, Well,
say, what are the three sides? The truth,
your side.
Yeah. The way was it? Your side? What I forgot. We fucking up this quote
your,
right now.
Your side, my side, and the truth.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
All right, when I heard that song, and I've been talking crazy about Gunna on here, but I had an epiphany, and as a grown ass man, we're allowed to change.
We have talked about Gunna. We have a whole episode,
right? Yeah, and I called him a snitch. And you know what I really came to realize, right? Even though if I was around street people, I'm not a street person, so like I can't judge that. And when I'm seeing these people, what you're referring to in Atlanta, and I don't even know if that shit is facts because sometimes these videos be doctored or somebody's just commenting. So what he's referring to is in Atlanta, they was playing that song in the club, and everybody was quiet and when I saw that, I was like, oh, this is corny actually, because y'all aren't. If you're not in the streets right now actively, it's corny for you to do shit like that or even have an opinion on snitching right now. And I'm doing a whole 180, and I'm a human being. I'm allowed to do that shit. Mm-hmm. I'm a Gemini too.
They weren't playing Bread and Butter in the club though. It was the song and stuff, everything he has with 21 Savage.
I know.
And stuff, everything. And then when his verse came on and stuff, everybody
was
like,
corny.
Yeah.
That's so corny.
Yeah.
Like, and then when I heard this song, and Gunna, 6ix9ine should have done this shit too. You got to come back and explain yourself. You can't just put out a random ass record that's not explaining or like pertaining to the topic of what you're the reason of conversation right now.
Is it corny though? Like, because I think though, if like a lot of people feel like, that 21 Savage is in jail because of Gunna. Like,
you talking about Young Thug.
Young Thug. Yeah.
No. But Young Thug's making money off this song doing well right now. So it's just a catch-22. What do you feel about this, Jeeves? Like, I got more to say, but I want to hear what Jeeves got to say about this.
I mean, he discussed the plea in the song. He said never gave no statement or agreed to take no stand on them. Lawyers and the DA did some sneaky shit. I fell for it on my P's and Q's because this time I'm prepared for it. Yeah. So I mean, like I said in that episode, I said we don't know what happened. And it's more like this is one of those cases like, let's see what comes out of it. At the end of the day, Gunna's a young guy. He was arrested for affiliation with, the record label that he's with and, the entourage that he's with. And of course the DA is going to do some sneaky shit. Of course, they're going to trick him. They're scaring him. Like, he's human. Beyond everything, he's human. When you go into, you get arrested, they're going to scare, like, they're going to use whatever tactic they can to pin it on someone. They just want a guy at the end of one guy. It doesn't even matter if it's innocent or not. They just want someone to. They just want to take someone down. And in this case, Young Thug. Yeah. So of course,
Thug still hasn't said anything about it yet. Uh-huh.
Exactly. That's all he said on the song. But at the end of the day, like, for people not to stand up or, be judgmental, it just goes to show that people don't read up on things. They just go based on what the internet feeds them, like the first headline they read, rather than, actually reading the whole thing. They just go like, oh, Gunna's a rat. Okay. And that they pick up and make that their whole personality.
100%. Let me add on to that. And I'm keeping it a bean right now. Gunna is a rat. It's by factual definition, he's a rat.
Yeah.
But who am I to say? Because I'm not in this. Even though I have friends, and a lot of y'all use that excuse too, like, because y'all have friends who got snitched on and shit. Y'all didn't get snitched on. So you either want to be a civilian or you want to be a part of the streets. So choose one, and don't be corny and be like, oh, I'm gonna be signed. If the song hard, the song is hard. And that's the reason why I love this song. I played this shit like 25 times. Me and my homeboy was driving down this boulevard actually while he was delivering some certain shit. But let me not put him on blast. But I'm saying, like, yo, we was bumping that song over back to back, and I love it because he was explaining himself. He said he was explaining the whole situation. even though I may not agree with it, I love good music. I love like the way he did. It's lyrical to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, he's like everything.
He's talented.
Said,
He's
very talented.
He's an
He
artist.
is.
That's an experience he went through. He became a snitch. He's gonna make it on art.
Yeah,
just because he's a
like,
snitch doesn't mean, you know.
That's hard.
I mean, and it's been like a long history in music of like, you know, rappers who are affiliated with snitches. You know, Jay-Z, he hired Desiree Perez, like, you know, for Rock Nation and stuff, everything. Like,
Yeah, we
she
don't
was
wanna
actually
follow
like
Rock
a
Nation.
federal informant. You know, like, you know,
Delete
there's
all
been
this shit, Zebra. I'm just
accusations
joking.
against T.I. There's been, you know, accusations and stuff,
T.I.
everything
snitching.
against, you know, Capone from Capone and Noriega.
What did Capone do?
Like, you know, according to Prodigy in his audio book, like, you know, he claims like,
Prodigy
you know,
said a lot of things that, but continue.
yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
not
Like in his
gonna-
audio book, he said like, you know what I mean? He testified like, you know, for like, I think it was like a gun case or something, like, you know, he testified and stuff. It was a long time ago when I read the book and stuff, everything, but I know he said that he snitched. And there's other people, you know, obviously,
50?
you know.
And I'm asking you.
Right.
I'm asking you.
I've
what you think.
heard. I would never like say that he did, but like I've heard like, you know, stories and stuff. Everything. Are you talking about like the situation with Ja Rule
Yeah.
and stuff? Everything they're saying like he sued him and
Protection
stuff for.
of order of protection. But let me let me explain this. So that's why this game get fucked up, because people don't really read the paperwork. You know that 50 Cent shit. He never snitched. Everybody know 50 Cent. At the end of the day, we're gonna do another 50 Cent clip. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent is a realist dude. Look at the Banga Smurf interview. He's known for being real his whole career, and they just adjust the facts. They don't even really be lying. That's the crazy thing about this shit. So 50 Cent, Ja Rule said they had an order of protection against him. It's not true. He was forced to put an order of protection against Ja Rule because it was in a stab out and a shootout. So like the cops made him do that shit. So all this shit gets twisted up. And when I see these comments on YouTube from this younger generation who don't really do their research, it really infuriates me, because I'm like, it's so ignorant. And I'm like, I can't really even read these comments. It fucks up my brain, and I can't really keep up with y'all, because y'all don't know shit. And even y'all saying Gunna's a snitch, I know he's a snitch because it's a factual thing, but a lot of y'all kids are like really like in the suburbs and just watching this shit on TV and saying this shit like it's a fucking video game. Y'all don't know what the fuck you talking about.
But I mean, isn't it kind of ridiculous though? Because like these are music artists, so like, why do they have to like hold to this code of the streets? Like, you know, I think like, you know, it becomes a little, because like, you know, even like, you know, real criminals, like, you know, you look at like Frank Lucas, Whitey Bulger, like, you know, this is something, and there's movies about them, and like, you know, they're
Frank
kind
Lucas
of
snitched.
Yeah. Those are real snitches and stuff.
Yeah.
There's movies about them, like, you know, American Gangster. Like Jay-Z has an album called American Gangster. I think he addresses like, you know, the fact that, you know, Frank Lucas snitched, but like, you know, Whitey Bulger, like, you know, he's like, you know, a snitch. There's like, you know, movies like with like, you know, Black Mass. I think like, you know,
Oh yeah, that's why
if you're facing time,
Johnny Depp played him, yeah.
like, you know, real time in prison, like, you know, I could see like, you know, why somebody would make that decision to snitch.
But
Yeah.
don't
Like,
put
you know,
yourself in that position to begin with.
yeah, if you know, especially like, you know, I mean, it becomes like, I think like, you know, really difficult, like when you tell on people and stuff, everything, like, you know, who you have close relationships with or friends. But like, you know, if you ever see that movie and stuff, everything on Paid in Full, like, you know, Cameron's character, he says like, you know what I'm saying, I'll give you, you know, some people from DC, but like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna give you
Who
anybody
do you
from
play?
Harlem.
You play Alpo, I think. Who do you play?
Rich Porter.
Oh, Rich Porter and Alpo. Yeah.
Yeah.
You tough, right? You be all right. Yeah, no, shout out to Paid in Full. Let's wrap this up, because I'm being a hypocrite right now, because I'm saying I'm a civilian and I don't want to speak on snitching and all that shit, but we can call a spade at the end of the day. But there's also fuzzy area because we haven't heard Thug say anything yet. And maybe I'm like just a sucker for the good ass music, and this dude dropped a fucking fire ass record, but he explained himself. I thought that shit was so genius, and I bumped that shit over and over again, because and the video went hard with it. He was driving up Mulholland Drive in the hills.
Yeah, oh
That
yeah.
shit went
But I saw the
hard.
Raven and stuff, everything.
Yo,
the little,
he wasn't rapping to the camera. Whoever directed that shit, I know people might say, oh, it's a low budget. That shit was done purposefully. And I saw on some podcasts or some people were saying, oh, he had to drop a hit. That's a hit. It's not your specific term of a hit. It's not in the club. It probably will be played at the club.
That was
That's
hard.
a
I played
hit.
that all last night. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, man, just like, oh, it was like, you know, it really has emotion and like real music, and you know, it's number 3 trending song, I think, like, you know, right now.
You got like 4 million. It had emotion. That's a great point. Like, you could tell it's real. The one thing I didn't like about 6ix9ine, and I love 6ix9ine, I think, bro, I don't give a shit, dog. I'm a civilian. And 6ix9ine
I'm a civilian.
Yeah. And even though I could call a rat, I could still be a civilian and call a rat, but it don't mean I have the right to be like, oh, I should stop. Like, I can't be I hope y'all get what I'm saying.
When you listen to like his reasoning behind it, because like, you know, he's articulated it very well. 6ix9ine,
yeah.
like, you know, the situation and stuff, everything that occurred with him. I mean, like, I feel more empathetic for 6ix9ine's situation and stuff, everything than I do necessarily for Gunner's. Like, you know, with for 6ix9ine and stuff, everything. Like, I mean, you know, like, we're having sex with Sarah Molina and like, you know, just like, you know, the people he thought, like, you know what I mean, and stuff, everything were his brothers and stuff, everything, like, you know, didn't really care about him. And like, you know, and stuff, everything, like, he made a decision.
One would argue though, yo, he put like 50 bands on somebody's head, and the dude who carried out the shooting got years in jail, and he don't got nothing for snitching on him. That's kind of wild. But I'm talking, isn't that kind of wild?
Yeah, 100%.
So we will like, at the end of the day, I guess we'll never know if he fucked. What you talking about? Shoddy fucking Sarah Molina, who's 6ix9ine's baby mama. I guess we'll never know if that happened or not. But moving on, like just to get out of this subject, because I just want to say one last thing. Like, the 6ix9ine music after coming out of jail has not been as hard as it was before. His Spanish music is still fire, right, Jeeves? Or am I wrong?
Because like I said, like something about Latinos is that if they street code to them is nothing. Like, it's like to Latinos, like our street code isn't the same. It's just like we're gonna support our people regardless. There are artists, like there are reggaeton artists that are like, no, we don't fuck with 6ix9ine because that's a rat. Like Anuel has said it. He doesn't collaborate with major reggaeton artists because they don't want. Again, they have their own code. But as far as like the Latino public, when it comes to supporting an artist, they will support them no matter what the background is.
But I'm empathetic to 6ix9ine, even when he got beat up and stuff and everything. Like,
I like the way he handled it. He handled it like a G. I think so.
Yeah, but like, no, he handled it well. But like, I just feel like, you know, people who don't even have anything to do with the situation and stuff, everything, you know, it's like, you know,
exactly.
For that's corny.
Yeah.
But my point is, I think his music is not as good. Other than his Latino records, I think he should go full because the raps ain't hitting as hard anymore. I don't know why. Maybe it's just my musical ear or like.
No, I agree 100%.
Yeah, but the Latino records, I don't even understand what they're saying, but those shits go hard. Like, I'm like,
it's the production behind it. It's
right,
like it's a bop.
speak about
like,
it. Yeah,
it's the production behind it.
Y'all got some great ass
I don't
producers.
really 6ix9ine. I'm not gonna hate on him. Like, that's his bag.
I like 6ix9ine.
I'm not gonna be
too.
one of the Latinos listening, but you know,
he knows
like,
you're right about. Like,
yeah, he knows. He knows he can. I mean, he did this whole like Afrobeat song and like
brings high energy.
Yeah, there you go.
For Africa,
So,
almost right. Like,
yeah,
was it like, yo, that shit was crazy. He was. Okay.
Where'd he go? Did he go to Ghana or some shit?
Something like that, yeah.
Right, and it's just like, all right, now he's just trying to get radio play, which is again, if you want a bag, that go for it.
That's what everybody be doing though. Like,
Yeah.
don't get it twisted. I'm not talking about UGs. I'm talking about the people out there. Like, it's like Drake be wanting radio hit. He'll go to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's what he signed a 10K Productions right down the street, which is Elliot Granger's son, Elliot Granger's Lucian Granger's son, who runs Universal. Shout out to all of them. We love you. We don't want any problems with. We breaking everything over here today. We don't want no problems with you. And so shout out to 6ix9ine. But like, my point is, Gunna came back with a record explaining what just happened, and 6ix9ine didn't do that.
Yeah.
And that's the only difference. But 6ix9ine don't have to do that. At the end of the day, this is all arts and entertainment. All y'all civilians in the comments sitting behind your keyboard in your mama's basement eating popcorn and Pop-Tarts that your mama be making for you. Y'all don't really have a right to comment on this shit. So, and maybe I don't, or maybe we don't. I don't know.
I just feel
It depends on how you go into it. You know, if you're just gonna straight up be judgmental, just be with the facts.
Yeah.
We don't know the story. We're just civilians. We enjoy the art that comes from it. But
Exactly.
you know, to be completely like, you know, people commenting and like trying to think their opinion matters. Like, dude, you're not gonna fight me. Like, it's you know, we're still gonna go about our day.
This is the Rockwell Podcast.
Tastemakers Tuesdays. You feel me?